What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Alexander, obviously. Hey. So we're gonna have a conversation about loving a woman properly, because I posted a tweet and then I got hit with a whole bunch of DMs asking me, what does it mean to love a woman properly? Great, so we have to explain it. We're gonna have to explain it. Lovely. That's all right. So what does it mean to love a woman properly? To love a woman properly as a man, it's a few things, but there's a definition that was put forth by a Miss Billy Bat, which is probably not her real name. There was a good definition. If you want a woman to love you forever, increase in value as a man while you are loving her. Basically meaning that if you want a woman to always be in love with you, you always have to be amplifying, you always have to be growing your own self-worth. This goes to the paradigm that a man is his own mental origin point. If you are a man who makes a woman a center of your world, she won't love you. Or she may stay in love with you, but she will never look up to you because you have put yourself in an inferior position to her. Any man that puts a woman on a pedestal, he makes himself inferior to the woman, and the woman is always looking down on him. And women hate men that they look down upon. They hate it. There's nothing aspirational in that. If you are lower than a woman, then for her to be with you, she is debasing and lowering herself. If you want a woman to be in love with you forever, you have to love her, fuck her, make her remember you, that she is always looking up to you, and that you don't need her. You're not with her. She is with you. That's how that works. This is why men that are motivated, they're driven. This is why men that have tons of girlfriends that treat women as almost, let's say not disposable objects, but disposable people. That's why women love those men, because that man is high value. He doesn't need them. If you want a woman to demand and desire you, you can't need her. Nobody wants something that needs them. That's a mother and child relationship. My child needs me. They need me. No woman wants a man that's like that. That's why women go for thugs. That's why women go for bad boys. That's why women go for assholes. That's why women like men that are Machiavellian, they're a bit narcissistic, they're selfish, because those men don't need the woman to complete them. A man that needs a woman to complete him, he's incomplete, and again, he is an inferior man. He's a lesser man. That's a beta tell. Yeah, unfortunately, most men have been socially conditioned to behave that way, and then they wonder why they never spark fire and fury and desire and passion in women. You're never going to turn a woman on if that's your personality, if that's your way of being. You don't. So if you want to love a woman properly, like I just said, you have to be a man of ever-increasing value. So if she knows you in year 1 and she sees you again in year 5, you need to be 50 levels above where you were, where she wishes she had stayed on that ride with you, or that she had been, let's say, good enough to keep being with you. Assuming you broke up with her. I've never been broken up with a girlfriend. Every woman I've ever known that I've been with, I've broken up with. You gotta always be leveling up. So that's what that means to love a woman properly. You're your own origin point as a man, and in the act of loving you, in the act of you loving her, she is more for having known you. It doesn't work in reverse. Questions? Yeah, that was very red pill of me. Leave things better than you found them? Yeah, that's a nice aspiration. I'll be real honest, I've probably cost therapy to a bunch of the people I've been with long term. That's just how that goes. If you fall in love with somebody and you do things to the utter maximum, you leaving and you breaking that relationship and ending it is probably going to cause some pain and damage. That's how that goes. so that's not to say that you should be morally reprehensible with how you treat people. But the reality is that we're all going to hurt each other at some point. When was the last time you were in a serious relationship? Over a year ago. It was over a year ago. You have a radio voice? I have a radio voice, you're saying. Thank you. I guess we'll park here. How old are you? 29. How do you deal with women when they get sad that they don't have your attention all the time? You don't give them your attention all the time. You don't. You give them as much attention as you can reasonably give, and that's what you give. If you give a woman everything that they want, they'll always want more. And if you truly give a woman everything that she wants, she will not want you at all, because you've compromised yourself. Women don't respect men that give them everything, because that just, you've put yourself into that position where she is more than you. Is it possible to convert a blue pill relationship to a red pill? No, it's not. You're fucked. I'm not fancying this, AJ. I'm sorry, my lady. I want everything. Don't you all? Every girl wants everything, but you can't give a woman everything. You can give her almost everything. Almost. Yeah, but that goes down to increasing your value as a man. You can kind of conceptualize it that way. If you live your life as a man where you're always increasing your own value, then you always have more to give. If you fix your value, at a certain level, so to speak, then you'll run out. You'll run out, and then you'll be finite. Basically, you have to live your life as an infinite man, infinite mindset. If I was to give it a name. How to increase your value? Make a fuckload of money, be jacked and tan, have status. Live for experiences, be able to do everything to the maximum, be unforgettable. How much time do you spend tweeting daily? A lot, but it grows my business, and I have a 14,000 person email list, and I make 6 figures now a year, so, I made it work. Okay, now you girls are having conversations in the comments, and I have no idea what's going on. Relationships don't work unless the man loves the woman. No, you got that. You got that backwards. Be jacked and tan, classic. Yeah, that's an easy way of saying it. Be jacked and be tan. Being able to save lives is also a way to increase status. Yeah, that can be. What's your type in women? Beautiful ones. Smart and beautiful. We'll go with that. Kindness is good. Yeah, kindness. I mean, if I'm speaking, real, kindness is the number one trait I look for. Real question is what makes a woman beautiful? Well, you have the physical aspect, that's obvious. Personality, kindness would be number one. Best place to meet women, wherever women are at. Kindness is so important. Well, kindness is important because it shows a woman that is in a positive relationship with reality. You can think of it that way. For a woman to be kind, she has to be someone where she looks for what is good in life. You know, women that are not kind, or women that are bitchy, women that are sarcastic. You have a woman that's in a negative relationship with reality. It would be something to it would be akin to dating a man who's this pessimistic, and has a negative mindset. Thoughts on polyamory? Doesn't work at all. You just end up with a bunch of fucking people that hurt each other and have defective, fucked up relationships. I've never seen that work ever in my life, ever. And I've known a lot of polyamorous couples. It's just constant fighting and constant emotional sabotage and games. And it's pretty sick on a certain level, but people like to hurt each other. And there's a lot of sex involved, so hey, the things people will do for sex and emotional highs is many. Are you married? No, clearly not. Of course I'm not married. A married man wouldn't give this advice. He'd probably be too afraid of his wife. Can your girlfriend have male friends? No, not me. Not. I am not of the mindset that men and women are ever going to have deep relationships with each other that way. Yeah, every woman I've ever encountered that has a lot of guy friends, they're always just beta orbiter friends. It's a whole bunch of dudes that want to fuck her, and they're too much of a pussy to say it. So they go around and they make friends. They make girl hyphen friends, and they try to be bro, and it never works. I've sent the number of times I've sent beta orbiters scattering when I was with a girl, and these are my guy friends. I mail the guy friends, and they're a bunch of simpering bitches, and they all try to sabotage the relationship, and they're all jealous and envious, and they realize, oh fuck, I got, they're betas. It's a beta personality. Beta orbiter white knights. And then when the girl gets an alpha boyfriend, then they all fucking run away. And then her guy friend's not talking to her anymore. Pfft, losers. Don't be a beta orbiter white knight, gentlemen. Everybody fucking hates those guys. Everybody. And she's never, ever, ever, ever going to sleep with you, ever, because she doesn't even look at you as a man. Top tells your woman doesn't love you. You really need that explained to you? I can't help you too much with that, man. That's a big question that yeah. Is vulnerability a strength? No. No, that's feministic bullshit. Yeah. Ask any woman, would you want a man that cried every month? They're gonna say no. Don't ever let a woman dictate how a man is supposed to be. A woman cannot tell you how a man is supposed to be. Only a man can tell you that. Women can only tell men how they want men to be. Now, obviously, men have emotions. Whether you want to feel those internally, whether you want to express them externally, that's up to you as a man. Yeah, don't take the vulnerability thing of, trying to get in touch with some arbitrary feminine side and, being touchy-feely. No. You think a man can stay faithful? Yeah, of course he can. It depends upon the man. Machiavellian techniques in relationships. I don't subscribe to. How should I say this? I've never used anyone's guidelines on how to have a relationship, so there's nothing I could tell you. I didn't read a book that told me how to have relationships. I didn't find a person. I've never had a mentor that was a red pill guide. I'm going to follow what he says about relationships. I've had relationships myself because I've always had a good relationship with women my entire life. That's how I've been. I didn't need to read Game or read Red Pill or read any of that shit to know how to act. Longest relationship, 1.5 years. So I'm what Rollo would call a natural. I didn't need to be taught how to act like a man. Is there one who got away? No. Never. Patrice O'Neill, Patrice O'Neill is awesome. He's a funny guy. You ever cheated on any of your girlfriends? No. Cheating is morally reprehensible. If you're going to do it, then do it, but you're a piece of shit for it. Are you like your dad? Somewhat, but not really. I am like myself. Did they dump you? I've never been dumped ever. Never been dumped, never been broken up with. Not my way of being. I've never had a dynamic in any relationship that was like that. Does your dad have My dad is a very masculine man. I come from robust genetic stock. Blocking finger was being sore. Yeah, it happens. I'm not. You guys know how I am that listen regularly. I'll block people in a second. How do we get on your email list? There's a link in my profile, my Twitter profile. You sign up for it. Any other questions, people? God, this is a popular subject. Shave twice a day? No. I do not shave twice a day. PayPal in the bile. No, I'm not a, what do you even call that? A Twitter hoe? Trying to get PayPal payments? You missed my important question. What was your question? I'm not answering diet questions because it bores me. That's an alpha woman. I'm not a proponent of the alpha woman idea, per se. I would... Now, not to say you couldn't call a woman alpha, but you really have to... How many romance novel covers have you graced? 0. You really have to qualify what you mean by an alpha female. Are you referring to a woman that's very feminine? Because what happens, this is why there's an issue with that. And I'm gonna talk about this, so don't bother asking questions for the next few minutes. What happens with the alpha female designation is that you have women where they see an alpha man. So it's a man that's assertive, he leads himself, direct, powerful, he's got it together. And then they want to use as a model. Well, a woman could be that too. So yeah, you could transfer that over. Here's the thing though. A woman could be all those things and not be feminine at all. So when we're talking about an alpha man, we're talking about a man, or at least I hope that we're trying to talk about alpha. We're trying to talk about a man that embodies masculine characteristics. So we could say that that man is an alpha. If we're talking about a woman who is at the height of feminine power, is she going to be aggressive and super assertive in the way that a man is? No, she's not. A woman that is powerful, she's going to be a woman that's graceful. She's going to be a woman that's beautiful. She's going to be a woman that is persuasive. She's going to be a woman that can use glamour and use her words and use her presentation and use her character to convince and persuade people to do what she wants them to do. So women are powerful by way of persuasion. Men are powerful by way of force. Men that are alphas, they have a forceful personality. That's a forceful personality. Women that are alphas, they're trying to be like a man and have a forceful personality. Those women are just bitchy. They are. Every woman knows that girl where she tries to be queen bee and tries to make everybody do things how she wants them to do it. Nobody likes that girl. So if you want to have a bad bitch personality and call that alpha, yeah, if you want to. But is that a woman who's desired by people per se? Not so much. There's always men that are attracted to bitches. That's true. You know, that's a common question with women. You're like, why do men marry bitches? Why do men like bitches? You know, so I would argue that you have an inferior man who's attracted to a strong female personality, but I've never known any authentically masculine alpha men who want a bitchy alpha woman. They don't, because you end up with two people that butt heads. You end up with two people that butt heads, and even though they have similar energy, they end up just clashing. Mom issues? Yeah, it can be mom issues, definitely. Some men, men that have weak personalities, that have Oedipus complex personalities where they worship their mother, they'll try to seek out, like, mom. I've talked about that before. Men will seek out mommy personalities. They want a woman to tell them what to do. So, alpha female. Yeah, I mean, I'm just reiterating a point. You really have to qualify what that means when you're talking about it. Too often what women do is they just look at male characteristics and they try to just straight up copy them. And then you end up just being a poor female imitation of what a man is. Do men have a role in making women real? Yeah. Well, of course, a masculine man provides the capacity and the contrast for a woman to be more feminine. If you are a masculine man, your masculinity is developed, that's what you do. If you're a man that lacks masculinity, where you're immature that way, you're stunted, then yin and yang, yeah, that's a good way of saying it. If you're a man where you lack masculinity and you're stunted, a woman's not going to be able to be feminine around you. She's not. Yeah, that's the other factor of why women like really macho masculine guys, because they can be more feminine around that guy. They can be more of themselves. Their femininity can be better expressed. How do you feel about abusive men? I'm not really feel about abusive men. What exactly is the question? You recommend why? Okay, I'm just ignoring. Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's why I tell you, gentlemen, that if you want to attract a higher level of women, if you want to attract a more feminine woman, you have to be masculine yourself. If your masculinity is underdeveloped, then it's underdeveloped. That's why for you guys, where you get sort of caught up in the game stuff, or how do I attract women? How do I attract women? How do I, shall we say, how do I attract women? How do I get better at being with women? How can I get women to sleep with me? So on and so forth. You can spend all your time with that, but if your masculinity, if your own masculinity as a man, if your own value is lacking, it's all fluff. It's pomp and circumstance. Be funny, be able to hold a conversation, be kind. Well, that's the irony to a lot of that stuff. A lot of you gentlemen, you vastly overthink what it is to be attractive to women. You make it really complicated for yourselves, and then subsequently, when you go to talk to them, you've somehow made yourself more terrified of the situation. It's pretty simple. Yeah, no, it is pretty simple. Yeah, I think men just make it fucking complicated. Be a nice human. Well, I wouldn't say be a nice human. I'd say be a charming man. That's why I like to use that archetype. You gotta be a man of gravity. Yeah, most men, unfortunately, cannot have a conversation to save their lives. People are asking questions. They're stupid questions. Honesty is the sexiest trait. Yeah, I'm sure, why not? I would rephrase that a man who is absolutely himself, to a fault, that's sexy, because you know what you're getting. Authenticity. Yeah, authenticity. Yeah, I think what women mean by honesty and what men interpret as honesty are kind of two different things. How was the seminar with Jesse Lee Peterson? It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. Yeah, it was a really good time. Were you a fan of XX? I had no idea who he was until he was dead. So, no. Any final questions, people? Hopefully my phone is fully charged. That's why this went on for so long. Is there a link for the JLP seminar? You're talking about what, the seminar in New York? Yeah, and I've been posting a link. If you're on the email list, I've posted the link literally like in every email. So check the emails. Glad I stumbled upon your broadcast following now. Cool. Oh, Jesse Peterson. Go to his page. Go to his page. I'm not sure. Honestly. I'm pretty sure he posted some links to it, so. All right, people. Love you all. Good talk. Talk to y'all again.